Hi. I was driving home from work today, that's why I have my cool clothing on, and I all of a sudden thought about something, and it's the tsunami method. It's something that I talked about previously, so you might recognize it a little bit, but it's the first day that I actually found a name for it, the tsunami method. Now let me explain to you what that tsunami method is. Just suppose that you are swimming in the ocean. It's a beautiful blue ocean, and there are a couple of sharks right next to you, but you're not afraid of sharks, right? By the way, I am very afraid of sharks, really afraid of sharks. What I have, and it's one of the only anxieties I have, is that when I'm in a big pool, and I'm all alone in that pool, I constantly think that there's a white shark in that pool. I know it's quite stupid, but especially when the water is dark. Just imagine an Olympic-sized pool that is empty at night, and there's a little bit of light, but there's no light underwater, and you have to jump in. Ooh, I would be afraid of sharks. And I'm not afraid of sharks in the sea, that's the crazy part, but when I'm in a pool, I constantly look underwater to see that I'm not going to be attacked by jaws. Funny, but I'll put that aside. You're still swimming in the ocean and there are no sharks. And all of a sudden, right in front of you, you see a huge tsunami. And that tsunami is so big and huge that it really scares you. And a normal human reaction is, oh my, tsunami, what is this? And you start to panic. You get the fight or flight response, you start to panic and you start to hyperventilate, pounding hard. Everything happens because that tsunami is coming. And you are trying to fight it. In your head you are finding ways to fight that tsunami. That's what you are trying to do. So what happens is you start to make different gestures. Tsunami takes you up. Tsunami pushes you down, pushes you underwater. That's what tsunamis do. And after a while you come back up and you get some air. But there's a problem. You've just had a panic attack. You're still panicking. So your body is depleted of energy. You're really fatigued already and you still have to swim to shore. So you're way too fatigued and you start to sink. And we know what happens when people sink in the ocean. But that's not what's going to happen in real life, because in real life you're going to take a different approach. That's the tsunami approach. You're swimming in the ocean and you see that huge tsunami. And you say, wow, now that's a beautiful tsunami. Look at that. I wish I had my digital camera with me right now. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you would think of it like that, you wouldn't get a panic attack. You would stay calm and relaxed. Tsunami would take you up. Tsunami would take you down. Tsunami would push you under, because that's still what tsunamis do. But you would come back up and you would be relaxed. You would still have plenty of energy to say hello to the sharks and to swim back to shore, to stay calm, cool and relaxed. How great would that be? If this would really be happening, might it be possible that in my second approach you would be a lot safer and your chances of survival will be a lot higher? Well, it's the same thing in life. If you are afraid of things that you can't control and you try to resist, you try to control them, you're afraid of them, you stay away of them, you fight, you're depleted of energy, you're more stressed, you're more sick, you get colds, you get little sore throats. Every time someone is sick, you get sick as well. You are depleting yourself of energy and of time, and you're not really happy anymore. And that's because you try to fight stuff that you can't fight. So what I suggest you do the next time is that you think about floating in the sea. Seriously, imagine yourself floating and floating past that problem. So you pass that problem while floating and it just happens. If you're afraid of driving your car, think about floating while you are in your car. And I know that this sounds ridiculous, but you should really try it. If you're afraid of standing in a queue waiting in line, think about floating when you are in that line and that you float past the tiger, the tsunami, whatever that scares you. And it's a really powerful method. It will really ease you down, because in a way what you're doing is you're accepting that thing. You're not afraid anymore of it. You just float past it, and in a way you think, whatever happens, it is okay. That's the magic phrase. Whatever happens, it's okay. I'm not gonna fight you anymore. I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let be whatever wants to be. And it is really going to be very, very powerful. Now I know it's easy to explain for me right now, and it's hard to actually implement it. Again, that's why I have a full CD course of 14 CDs where I help you to reprogram your mind and everything, so things like this become very easy. But if you are the kind of person that says, I don't need no CDs, man, I'm gonna do this on my own, then do it on your own. Use this technique and start implementing it in your life, and it'll work. It'll take more time, of course, but it'll work nevertheless. I hope you will give it a try. I hope you found it valuable. It was a short video, but I have still some work to do right now. I have to get undressed and work again tonight for my company that I work for. But I hope you found it valuable, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye bye.